I want to post right at the beginning a huge disclaimer. Trigger warning. Because I want to be for real. I am thankful every day for someone not pushing me to defend myself. I thank you with the grace of God. My name is Leon, and this is the Foundation for Elevation Station. And I have something that's really just gnawing at my spirit right now. Have any of you guys ever met athletes? I mean, athletes that their career has been ended. And I'm speaking of an athlete that played their sport 12, 15 years. You guys ever met them? Because I met a few guys. First stars I met was some wrestlers, Junkyard Dog, and so that's kind of something different. But they was whooped. Their body, shaking their hands, it just was. I can remember every person that was in professional sports body. The gimp and the limp of Magic Johnson was so recognizable when I met him. His pinky was just, you know how a lot of basketball players, you see football players too, it's like their fingers are just, and you be like, in my mind, not you, but me, I see, man, they is like disformed. They put such a punishing load on their body in a certain time frame that it worsened their condition of life and it shortens their condition of life. You ever seen so many athletes and they passing away younger? I mean, they starting to get a degree of consciousness like LeBron James on how to care for your body. And I commend that young king, along with many other athletes that can make it out early, like my man Joe Thomas just got into the Hall of Fame. I had to, give a salute to that gentleman that represented. I wish he would have got one. Just a Super Bowl ring, but he's fantastic. But this is the damage that is done to the human body. And it just is not physical. They use these colorful words, trauma, post-traumatic stress. All these little colorful sayings about the damage that's done to our bodies, just like an athlete that has damage physically, or us when we consume so much food and we drink alcohol and it goes past our sugar, because the sugar and alcohol does not get registered as sugar. It goes straight to the liver. We get the fatty liver and all this other stuff that goes wrong in our body. We eating all these things and we put such a damaging blow on our body that it shortens our lifespan. It's the same way. That's why athletes get paid so well to damage their body. They having all this CTE. That's what's like when you jar your head in your head so long, jar your brain in the skull so many times, it creates damage, to keep it simply. And when this damage happens, it is irreversible. And it causes you not to think straight, quite obviously. And it causes you, different memory loss and all these titles. It damages your body. Just like so many people, you know, when I talk to the damages that's done in the body, it shouldn't be like no more other questions. Where you learn that from? Oh, how does that connect with this and that? I mean, if you got all these inquisitive questions, like you obviously know it all. I'm just giving you the simplified, basic understanding to take this and run with it, like you in the 5th grade, a 10-year-old. Here, lift in this certain manner so you don't put damage on your knees during the course of your life. And so when you walking around and you 55, 60 years old and you're walking around feebly, gingerly, this is why so many exercise movements do damage to your body. We have to, and I'm speaking mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's all the same. I'm using the physical as the primary, easily digested explanation. You with me? I'm choosing English. I'm choosing physically. So I'm talking in the physical body, not the mind, body, the soul, the body, the physical. I'm talking about it in the physical because most people are able to get an understanding of the damage we do to our body daily and weekly, and especially athletes, and we wear our body down faster. It's the same way with the way we eat, even the way that we breathe, the pace, the depth in which we breathe. It adds up to shortening our life. Like it just does. We are able to live more efficiently because now we have the knowledge to do so and make the certain behavioral changes so we can not only extend our life but multiply the condition and wear and tear we have during the course of our life. I know that might sound a little wordy, but I can break it down more simply. It's very important to take care of our ligaments, shoulder, the cartilage in the elbow, the cushion that's in between our vertebrae of our spine. And our spine is all type of, soft stuff, and the spine is movable because it's a lot of separate pieces, and it's important to protect that, to protect the cartilage in our ankles and knees, and they call it the Achilles tendon. It's important to have daily maintenancing to protect ourselves from small injuries that happens. It happens when we don't, utilize these muscles and tendons so often, and then one day we may have to brace ourselves and jar ourselves and need to explode, or we need to, sustain ourselves, and we pull it and strain ourselves. This happens to athletes. This happens to all type of common folks all over the planet. And because we are waking up, getting more intelligent now, we're starting to preserve our body in a different, higher, elevated way. We are greater than we are right now. Tomorrow we'll be greater. I would love for us to start living our lives in a constant succession of upgrading. Like, I'm gonna be better tomorrow. I'm gonna read some more. I'm gonna get it in me. A lot of the times, when people try to give love, like I'm giving love in this type of manner, and with my fitness courses, and when I talk and try to introduce myself to many more people, we have a lot of negatively intended people who I mainly wholeheartedly ignore all the time, like a little over 99% of the time. Out of here. And I get the shade put on me, and never ever could I have imagined a person from the slime. A lot of people talking about, I'm from the streets, I'm real, and they really from the sidewalk, or you know, people really wasn't from the streets, or, you know, I'm from the gutter, I'm from the struggle. Me, I'm from beneath all that. Yeah. Slime, the bedrock. I have been through it, and I will never speak upon, or I hope not to, just the scumminess of our existence I have persevered through. I got to make it to heaven from going through hell. I want to say I love you, and I'm going to expound on this concept of this video because it is it's so much information that continues to flow into the human existence, especially us in America, especially us in my African American community. It's so many bits of information that's flooding into our mind, and we are gravitating our spirit to eternalize it, and we become a different program every time we keep assuming bogus information. Good information too. What are we turning into? Are we turning into a dark force? I'm gonna up this today. And I'm gonna up another one later on because I'm gonna think it out. I got another concept that's tag teaming with this video. I want to thank you for your attentiveness. And this is the foundation for elevation. And I'm real. I'm realer than the realest. I never ever seen anybody as real as me on a movie, because I'm love. But I'm everything else too. And I'm high powered. I love you so much.